What's up, guys? Eli here, back for a new stuff video. I got some cool things that I've been kind of receiving for the last couple weeks, and yesterday was a hell of a day. I got packages from two very awesome people. We got Kevin, aka Full Metal Ginger, definitely a good buddy of mine. And then I got another one from Brian Arkham, who just recently started a channel. I know him through being, I guess you could say, a long-time commenter on this channel. I know my channel's not super old, but it's kind of getting there, and he's been commenting for a long time, and he recently started a channel, so definitely check out that. Brian Arkham. I'll leave a link if I can remember. I think I'm getting better about that. And we'll go ahead and start with the stuff Kevin sent me. Sent me a very cool Gorgoroth patch. I'm a big fan of Gorgoroth, that album included. A very sick Proclamation patch. Proclamation, one of the better Black Death bands out of Spain. And he sent me this, it's just the CD only for Immortals Blizzard Beasts. The only Immortal album I've never owned. It's definitely my least favorite Immortal album, but I mean, I still like it. I've just never owned it for whatever reason. So now I just need to see if I can maybe find, the inserts and the booklet and stuff somewhere. It's possible. I've seen people do it. Oh, shit. He also sent me this big-ass fucking Dark Throne Panzerfaust flag. It's so big, I'm not going to be able to show it fully. I'm not going to be able to do it justice. This thing is like 5 foot by probably 6 feet or so. I'll try. Let's see what I can do here. You know what Panzerfaust looks like. Yeah, so I'll definitely be hanging that up. Maybe today. So maybe it'll be in my next video. We'll move on to the stuff Brian sent me. And we'll start with the album, the one CD he sent me that I actually do already own, but no worries there. I'm going to find I'll find someone who is interested in it and doesn't have it. I have all this band stuff, but we have the debut album here of Captain Beyond. 1972 Capricorn Records. Is that what the label was called? Capricorn. It says Polygram Records. I think Capricorn was an imprint or whatever. But yeah, man, this album is fucking fantastic. I've always kind of described this as think like Lynyrd Skynyrd meets Rush, and I feel like that's a fair comparison. If that kind of thing sounds good to you, definitely look into it. I mean, and look into their whole catalog. It's only 3 albums. It's great. Listening, by the way, to the new Moonspell album from 2021. It's called Hermitage. It's very fucking good so far, from what I can tell. I just picked it up over the weekend. Okay, so now the rest of these, I've never heard any of these bands, and I'm not even familiar with the labels they came out on, which is very cool. Gives me a chance to dive in. We'll start with Hoovechild Records, and we'll start with this particular band who's from my state. I've never heard of them. They're from Boise, which is like 10 hours south from me, so it's not like they're a local band or anything, but we got By Fire and Sword. Like a heavy power metal type band from what I've read. Freedom Will Flood All Things with Light. It is called. Just judging by the name and the artwork and just everything that I've read so far, I'm definitely interested in hearing this one. Now this band, God, I didn't dig deep enough yet, so I don't have a lot of info. I know this isn't a metal band because I at least did a little bit of searching. I hate to be presumptuous, but I'm going to assume some kind of stoner metal or retro rock, what have you. But we got Cherokee with, yeah, I'm assuming that's some Cherokee. Did Cherokee have a written language? I know some Native American tribes, sorry, didn't have written languages. So I don't know. I don't know what that title is, but yeah, I'm just a dumbass. Anyway, did I show the back? Yeah. Did I show the inside? Who knows? But like I said, me being presumptuous, I'm going to go for like stoner rock, which I don't like that title, by the way. retro stoner doom, retro rock maybe. I think I'll enjoy it though, but either way, I'm stoked to hear it. And then these three came out on Life After Death, another label I'm not familiar with, and I'm super excited to dive into. I believe so. I did a kind of just a little bit of searching just to get kind of an idea of what genre these bands play. I think this one was either death metal or doom death. Shit, maybe they're from Spain. I haven't heard these yet, so I mean, I'm not super familiar with them. I just got them in the mail yesterday, but we have Intolerance. Looks promising, right? Laments from the Dripstone Cave. This one looks super promising. I'm actually really excited to hear it. Everything looks right up my alley. Next we have Chasm Dweller with Bacterial Lotus. I believe another death metal band. If I remember correctly, I think these all are death metal bands. These next three. When did these come out, by the way? I'm sorry. They're all 2020, I think. We got one more. It's a split between a band called Fumes and another band called Thorn. Both death metal bands, I believe. I do enjoy listening to a good split. As you can see, this label does nice work. Absolutely. Stoked to get to listen to those maybe this weekend or whenever I get a chance. Okay. Oh shit. He also sent me some other stuff, and I fucking had it. Eli, what the fuck, man? Dropping the fucking ball. Anyway, he sent me some stickers and stuff, and goddamn, I don't know where they are. I literally had them. There's a Lego guy though. Fuck yeah. Alright, stickers don't get shown in the video. That's a minor. Oh, here they are. Fucking hell. That's not a sticker, but that's a Ghostbusters card with a Slimer, of course. Garbage Pails Kid card. I used to collect these. Classy Lonnie. Very cool. Rotting Obscene. And CDN Records. Fuck yeah. Alright. So that is it for that stuff. We'll get on to what I bought over the last couple weeks. Like I said, we're listening to it right now, and I'm super into this album thus far. Moonspell Hermitage. I've been waiting for this one. I'm definitely into it. I think so far it's a different beast than Extinct, which was their last album, but I think quality-wise it's on par, and that was a really fucking good album. Yeah, I'm digging this so far, man. I also, as far as new releases, I also picked up the new Asphyx. Classic Dutch death metal, man. What's this called? Necroceros? Necroceros, we're gonna go with that. Century Media Records, they've been signed to that label a long time now. Martin Van Drunen just looks fucking cool with a beard, right? He just does. So yeah, man. Stoked to bust into that one. Fucking love this fix. I also picked this up. Or these next three I picked up from a local store. This is either a single or an EP, I can't remember, from 1994, I think. Got Meat Puppets' Backwater, which was a song off their album Too High to Die. But there's more than just... So it's not a single, because there's like 4 songs on here. Don't know the story of the other 4 songs, but... yeah, I've been really getting into Meat Puppets. I listened to just the track Backwater by itself. Very 90s grunge sounding, which is kind of funny because I feel like Meat Puppets were a big inspiration in the grunge sound. Not that, don't get me wrong, not that I think grunge was a genre. It really wasn't. But, you know, if you could pick kind of a certain sound that most of the grunge bands had, I feel like Meat Puppets were definitely a major influence on that, and they were doing it way before. I mean, this guy started in like 82 or some shit. Obviously their first album was like a straight ahead, hardcore punk album. That said, a unique hardcore punk album. And their '84, their follow up, still had a little bit of that punk, but a lot of it was, they were definitely transitioning, and then they would go on to, like I said, they were big influences on Nirvana. I mean, say no more, I guess, right? We have from '94 an album I've always known existed. I've always heard good things. It's got, like an iconic cover, but I've just never heard the album as a whole. Maybe I've heard a song or two from it. I don't remember. But we have The Division Bell, Pink Floyd. I've been getting progressively, no pun intended, into Pink Floyd for probably over 20 years, but it's been a really slow process. This is like my third Pink Floyd album. But hopefully by the time I'm 80, I'll have heard all their shit, but not at this rate. This album I bought solely on the strength of, they were talking about it over on the Sea of Tranquility channel, where they were talking about concept albums. I think they're talking about like prog concept albums specifically, something like that. And one of the dudes throws this one out there. And just based off what he said about it, I had to go get it. We got Roger Waters, Radio Chaos. Roger Waters obviously being, one of the early Pink Floyd members. He was the vocalist and I think bass player, right? And songwriter as well. So yeah. When did this fucker come out? '87. So yeah, I've just heard really good things about it, and I'm really stoked to listen. Got a couple more things. Then these next few are just old 7-inch singles. So I got them off Discogs, but they came from this record store out of Tennessee called Ann Vinyl out of Clarksville, Tennessee. So check them out if you'd like to. Check out their website or just their Discogs page. They threw in all these old 7-inch sleeves, which is kind of cool. They might have, I don't know if they used them for packing but yeah, I'll take them. Just a cool touch, that only like someone small would, a record store would do. Now these first three are singles from The Fix, a band that I've been slowly getting into. I have their album called Phantoms, and I really dig it. So this is a single off that album. So we got Are We Ourselves and Deeper and Deeper. Very cool cover art. They come, like I said, from the album Phantoms, which also very cool cover art. 1984. I definitely prefer those songs and probably that album to everything I've heard so far from this band. This one was pretty decent too, maybe not, in my opinion, not quite on par. We have Red Skies with Is It By Instinct, which is a previously unreleased track. Sorry, I don't have the date here, but yeah. And then this one right here, man, this was like the song that made these guys really big. 1980, mid-80s, early 80s, I don't remember. One Thing Leads to Another. That was a big hit single for them. From the album Reach the Beach, which just sounds so dumb. But anyways, really cool band. New Wave, I think they're put in the New Wave category. And the reason I was drawn to them is that they're a New Wave album, very pop-oriented. But that said, they kind of reminded me of like Duran Duran, where they write pop-oriented music, but clearly very talented musicians, which is not something you hear every day, especially nowadays. The bass work especially is what really draws me in. Just really complicated, bass work, very upfront in the mix, just mixed really well. Anyways, look into The Fix if you're into that kind of stuff. Last but not least, I bought this just because I fucking love this song. I need to get this entire soundtrack. But until then, I got Brian Ferry, Is Your Love Strong Enough, from the Legend soundtrack. You might remember that movie Legend. You might remember it a little better if I flip it around and show you that guy. So on the B side, we got Windswept, which is an instrumental. A little bit about the soundtrack. There were from Legend. There were two different versions, and I don't remember the story. One version, I believe, was just Tangerine Dream composed entirely. The other one was composed by Jerry Goldsmith. I don't remember why there are two versions. There's a story behind it. I just don't remember. I'm assuming this was on the Goldsmith version, but I could be wrong. This might have been on the Tangerine Dream version. I don't know. It would make sense to me to be more on the Goldsmith version. But cool fun fact about this song that I didn't actually know for a while. But speaking of Pink Floyd, we have David Gilmour from Pink Floyd playing guitar on this song. And I think he is a big part of what makes the song so cool. Obviously, Brian Ferry's vocals and everything are very perfect for the song. I wouldn't want anyone else to sing the song, but I also wouldn't want anyone else playing guitar on this track. I mean, David Gilmour just makes it very, very atmospheric, and it's just a fucking awesome song. 1986. So that's all I got, guys. Thanks for watching, as always. Thanks for stopping by. Let's chat. Louis says hello. We're headed out on a walk. Have a good weekend. Cheers. Talk soon.